What's up, peeps? It's your boy, Avatar Sports here, back with another video. Now, everybody been talking about trading James Harden, and I've been waiting for this for the longest because, in my opinion, out of all the teams that make sense to trade James Harden, and both teams would benefit, it's so simple, guys. And then when I show y'all, you're gonna be amazed. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna tell you now. It's simple, bro. Trade Paul George for James Harden, straight up. You might need to add another contract in there, so I'll just throw in, I don't know, Patrick Beverly. Let's see if this works. Trade successful, right? So, bam. We got Paul George and Patrick Beverly going to Houston for James Harden. That's a simple trade, man, because if you think about it, we all know how Paul George is going to fold in the playoffs. And for the longest, I didn't want to make this video because I didn't think the trade would work unless Paul George got an extension from the Clippers, which he did. So Houston would basically be trading 2 years of James Harden for 5 years of Paul George, and that's so simple to me, bro. Like, I'm really surprised even the media doesn't see it. 13 for 13, Paul George for Harden. Harden wants out of Houston. Paul wants to stay in the Clippers, but the Clippers don't want Paul George, man. They do not want Paul George, bro. And think about this: you got John Wall, Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins, maybe with a Patrick Beverly, or if they throw in Lou Williams or whoever the other piece is. That's a nice team. That's a nice John Wall, Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins. Get the old reunion at the Impact and the Covington, and then you have Harden and Kawhi. Cause that fix your point guard for you, the Clippers. It fix your point guard need. You know what I mean? You got James Harden as your fucking point guard, bro. And that fix, and then you still get the scoring. You probably lack a little defense. You're giving up defense most definitely, but still, like they say, projected 7+ wins if the Clippers got James Harden, and the Houston Rockets get -8 wins. But hey, it is what it is. That's the best one. You know what I mean? Plus, Paul George's ass boo boo in the playoffs, man. We know what he is. I mean, y'all remember when elimination game with the Utah Jazz? Westbrook dropped 45. This nigga dropped 5 points, and Westbrook still got the blame. So, I don't know, man. It's perfect. And then James Harden back to LA. Where he from? Man, think about this: LeBron and AD versus Kawhi and James Harden. Because when it comes to the battle of LA, you know, LeBron and AD versus Kawhi and Paul George, man. Paul George is a top 30 player. Top 30. It's like I can name 29 players better than Paul George. But if you get James Harden, though, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We'll see, but make sure you share, subscribe, like the video. Tell me what you think. Peace.